right to the reading. I talked to my friend Arjun, who is very good friend. She made me laugh before this. And she is on Sheepskin Mama on Instagram. So go check her out. She's a very kind woman. A couple other interesting things happened. I joined Newport Pirate Radio. 87.9 Newport Pirate Radio in April. And it's a great station. You can find us on Mixlr, MIXLR. Just go to 87.9. And tonight, one of the DJs, Burt Cocaine, is having a great show. All right. So it's good to listen to. Black Dolphin brought me in, and I'm using all DJs' names. I'm going to out myself only. And therefore started listening to Electric Landlady, -3, Burt Cocaine, Black Dolphin, Dr. Bad Voodoo, Mr. North, Pig Butter, and me, the Leather Monk, which there's 8 of us holding that station down. I'm also grateful this year for a Zoom group I joined called the Ancient Wisdoms, which I will not, I will keep their privacy, all right? But very, unlikely group of people came together during hard times and helped each other out. And all of this was through Zoom. Newport Pirate Radio was all set up through text. So anyway, so those are 2 more things I'm grateful for. And keep yourself safe, please. All right. A friend of mine, Steve, in Connecticut, is on a ventilator because he has COVID pneumonia. So send out some vibes that he makes it. My sister was in the hospital for something completely different and said she was in 2 hospitals because they didn't have beds. She said it's very scary and that this thing is very real. So that's all I'm sticking with. All right. That's where I'm going with that one. Okay. So tonight I am going to use the Wildwood Tarot, wherein wisdom resides, with Mark Ryan and John Matthews. And credit goes to Will Worthington. And this is kind of a different deck. All right. The major arcana is all spread out. They all fall in different places, so it's very challenging. So I'm going to go this route and see how everybody is doing, and see how I'm doing, actually. Also, but once again, I'm not selfish about the readings. This reading is for you. I'm just the vessel. That is it. So one more shuffle and then I'm going to cut. You're getting together for New Year's and you're going through Zoom or some kind of virtual platform, you could still have just as much fun, right? But if you're socially gathering, please be careful. Okay, now it's time to cut, and I'm going to read. First card is the Ace of Swords. All right, I've been getting this one a lot. Okay, windy change, winter winds coming down on us. All right, remember I am in New England on the East Coast in the United States, northern New England. So, yeah, a lot of strength and energy in the air. The cold wind will blow in, so some changes will take place, but it has nothing to do with anything that I can see that we're aware of right now, because I don't know anybody who's called this. All right, straightforward. I know a lot of theories from both sides, from everyone. Everyone has a theory. I myself do not. I'm just taking it one day at a time, like a lot of other people are too. All right. So the Ace of Swords is about strength, power, and finding out who you are. So belonging to yourself and belonging to where you are. If you have a tribe, which I'm fortunate enough to have a tribe, stick with that tribe, okay? Because that tribe will get you through. Even the darkest feelings that you have day or night, because it's not the dark night of the soul anymore, because sometimes it's the dark night of the day. It's the bright sun of the day that's so bright it's blinding. It's so it is an equal and fair exchange of confusion going on out there. So that's my thought on the whole thing. Um, this is the Druid, ancient wisdom in modern times. Okay, go back to what suits you in a spiritual manner. All right. But we have no choice but to use modern technology because it is implanted into our life, and it was taken away, we would be rendered helpless. So think a little more basic is what the cards are trying to say to me right now. Okay. Respect your own spiritual beliefs, respect who you are. All right. Respect other people's opinions too. There's nothing left to fight over. Five of Swords. Yeah, a lot of us have felt defeated this year. A lot of people unemployed. A lot of people scavenging from, just trying to survive and get by. So I'm feeling for them. And I know this is about New Year's Eve, but these cards are really just kind of coming through. So I got to read them because I got to keep it real. All right. Let me see what we got here is Four of Swords. Now tonight, now it changes. All right, Four of Swords. Okay. Keeping a low profile, but a real easy feel. Okay. Knowing, just know that even if you're in a difficult spot, it is for that moment. You could change the way you feel about that moment in a second. All right. Just try to change your thinking about it. And even if you have to go off and just, even though a lot of people are in isolation, but if you have to keep your thoughts to yourself before you say them, that's all right too, because what will come out of it and what you could step into 2021 with is a different perspective and attitude, even though not much will be different when we wake up in the morning tomorrow. Let's see, what do I got here? Yeah, Seven Cups is actually about, in this deck, it is about, don't put a, don't be delusional about where, I think this has to do about theories about what is going to happen, because whatever theories people have told me of, not one of them has come true, because no one really knows from one day to the next what is going to happen out there. So enjoy tonight, okay? No matter how you do it. All right. And you can leave any kind of delusion behind that the Seven of Cups might bring you. All right. Now the sun will rise in the morning. Okay. Will it rise into a better day? Let's see what happens. It will rise into thoughts of what can I do to make myself feel a little different? What can I do to make myself feel not better? Okay, a little different. Let's see. I want to see what else this does to this. By planting your feet firmly on the ground and keep trudging forward until we are through with this. So your New Year's Eve is starting to turn out to be, started out, it's kind of a combination of light and heavy. All right. So there's a sadness in the air. Okay. Nobody knows what to do. There's a sadness in the air. Friendships are breaking up. That kind of stuff. Just stick with your tribe. I guess, you know, it's okay. You're gonna be okay. All right, you really are. Um, if you're alone and you're isolated today, um, you'll be okay. Just reach out to a friend. All right. Let's see what. So you're gonna wake up to the sun. All right. This one is the web. All right. The web is about feeling stuck, but isolated stuck. But you're really not. A lot of people are stuck. A lot of people are isolated. Like I said, reach out. Um, love does work both ways. You love and you will receive love back. Okay. And the cream does come to the top. So I am hoping that your next 2 days and that you step into this new year very bravely and very strong, because it does look like that. Because nobody doesn't look like anybody's fooling themselves out there about what's going on, which I'm grateful to see that too. All right. Um, Knight of Swords is about positive forward, direct forward action that change will bring, but be aware that you are the only one who could create your own change. So getting comfortable in your environment and figuring out ways to deal with the strangeness that is all around us is definitely an inside job. So make it an inside job, and you can make yourself a priority over other people. In If you don't put yourself first, you're not going to be able to help yourself out. All right, number one, and you will definitely not be able to help anyone else out. Okay, so as I move forward into this, materialism, the 4 discs. All right, like I said, I'm still learning this deck, but I could still read it. Yes, some stuff might go away. There might be some shortages, and something that's not such a bad thing for this country, because we have so much. There's warehouses with stuff that will never be used, filled to the ceilings of the size of 4 football fields. So what do we need? Everything we need could be right in the community. All right, we're just used to getting things that we think we want. And well, I don't actually really believe this one, but I'm gonna play it because it is simply about rebirth, and in this deck, it's not about any other of the major arcana. So it's a completely different thing. So, while you're walking through the light of day, be aware that if you're in the woods or something and you feel lost, okay, you can always follow the sun to get out. All right, just look to the north, because that's what the Ace of Swords is saying. Look to the north and you will find your answers. So allow the wind of change to come in and accept it. Do I think things will go back to the way they were? More important, do you think things will go back to the way they were? Nobody really knows the answer. I'm hoping not, because I think we need a little more kindness out there. All right, so the rebirth could be about kindness. And here is the other card, death. This is the other rebirth on the other side. So death in the dark of night. All right. Sometimes death is simply just about death, but it is also about a rebirth of another kind, and that is a spiritual rebirth. Therefore, going through hard times, experiencing difficulty. All right. And rising up from that state of feeling dead inside into a state of feeling, all right, I could roll with this and I could change with this. Okay. So what I'm seeing the new year bringing is simply that different attitudes and adjustments will be made. But by all means, tonight, let that go and have a good time. All right, so I'm going to flip 2 more cards. And I'm going to wrap this baby up. Nine of Swords, suffering. Yeah, this thing is real. And you know what? I've heard so many people talk to me about it, and it's sometimes a constant conversation that never stops. That yeah, I am very well aware that people are suffering out there from this, and the people are suffering out there from finances. People are suffering out there from anxiety and all that kind of stuff. But tonight, for one night, just let it go. All right. You know what? You're gonna find your own stride. You're gonna find your own place. You're gonna find where you belong. All right. If you actually do suffer the death that will bring the rebirth. Okay. So if you suffer the death in the night, follow the sun out, you will experience a rebirth. That's how light and dark work, right? That's how black and white work. That's how night and day works, okay? It's an equal and fair balance. That's all it is. I got one more card to flip, all right? So is there faith that you can succeed? Yes. All right. Is there faith that everything that happened this year will turn into something positive? Some of it, yes, some of it, no. And that's the fact. All right. And that's the balancing card that has been thrown on the table. That would be the 4 of Pentacles in this case. No, the two of Pentacles in this case. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong card. And it ends with the Lovers. Okay, you're not such a bad person. Neither are the people you're with. All right. Love the one you're with. I say this almost every week. Love yourself. If you can't love yourself, then you can't. It'd be impossible to love anybody else. Right. So it's no matter what kind of differences you have with anybody. It's cool. Okay. You don't have to agree, but you don't have to fight either. Okay, what we need now is peace, love, and understanding. All right. So that's the reading for the week. I'm gonna pick this up and I'm gonna flip the camera so you can see it. All right. And here we go. Okay. I don't know how good of a shot you're getting of it, but it's cool. And here is what I used. Okay, this is a very interesting deck. Incredibly interesting. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this baby back around. Okay, this is Wolf Moon Eduardo. I am also a talk show host on Newport Pirate Radio, 87.9 Newport Pirate Radio on your Mixlr app on Thursday nights at 11 p.m. I do private tarot readings. All you got to do is hit me up in comments or in the links below. Let's see. So you know what? I'm grateful for you, and this reading was for you. It really felt difficult this time, but I'm glad I did it. And it took a few takes, because I just didn't know what to say, but it seemed to roll out right now. So I'm very grateful for all of you. So I wish all of you all good things, and you guys have whatever kind of new year you want to have this year, because it's fucking 2020. It's been a shit show. It's been a dumpster fire. And you know what? We all experienced it. And without pointing fingers to anybody else, I'm pointing myself at you and saying that I appreciate you. I am grateful for you. And please subscribe to my channel. And I will come back and do another reading Sunday night. So you guys have a new year any way you want to do it. All good things.